And a warrant may be issued for your arrest. In custody, we have Cody Salazar, Tony Rodriguez, thank you. Luis Rivera, custody, Tyrell Benjamin, thank you. James Wilkins, Moses Wamuyu. All right, you're on bond.
No, he's an electronic leg.
Ah, okay, thank you. Macedonio Claudio. Thank you. Brandon Trader, Sean Pilkington, custody, Juan Ramos. Thank you. Joe Ramos. Vincent Aridondo.
He's running late on the bus.
All right. Isn't it great when people take the VIA bus? I always tell people that's a great transportation. He should have taken the 90 though. That's the express. Carlos Benavides, custody, Matthew Moran. Yes, I see him here. Thank you. Wilfredo Morero. Thank you. I'm still practicing rolling my R's. I'm getting there.
Judge
Robert Morero. It works. The rolling of the R's if I say Robert several times. Fernando Jimenez, Luis Rivera, custody, Efron Sto. Thank you. Jesus Zamaripa. Rico Silva, custody, Michael Ares Mendez, custody, Mitchell Moore. Thank you. Tony Rodriguez. Kenneth Howie, custody, Fernando Jimenez, custody, Oscar Jimenez, custody, Jose Gonzalez is on Zoom, John Thernert, Lindsay Hernandez, Leon Small.
Judge, the U.S. Marshals picked him up.
Okay. Faith Mindola.
Judge, she should be on Zoom.
All right, I think there's someone else on Zoom. I don't know who, so we will put that there. Justin Guzman. Justin Keith Guzman.
He was sent to TDC, Judge. I have to issue out a bench warrant.
All right. Lemuel Hernandez. Thank you. Eduardo Rodriguez. Eduardo Rene Rodriguez. Aisha Esparza. Deputy Laura.
No, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Robert Petty, custody. Darwin Gomez. Thank you. Arturo Villanueva. Thank you. Juan Flores, custody. Jesus Herrera. Thank you. Is there anyone who's present and your name was not called? All right, everyone, these are the rules of the court. It's Friday Eve. Let's all follow these rules so court can run smoothly. Number one, we are recessing at noon. So if your attorneys are not here by 11:30, just know that you're coming back in the afternoon. If you don't see your attorney in court, you have the court's permission to step outside, pick up the phone and call him. Attorneys, you're only ready to approach the court if you conferred with the state and conferred with your client. If your client is in custody, they need to be brought out. Once you have done those things, then just approach and ask the clerk to pull your file, and I will call you in the order of appearance. If your client wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, yes, we will need an interpreter. Let the clerk know that you need an interpreter. Once you've requested an interpreter, once you've requested that your client be brought out from the jail, do not leave the courtroom. Because one, there's a limited number of interpreters and I try to get them in and get them out. And also, if you request an inmate, there's a limited number of inmates that are allowed out for security reasons. To my left are the boxes for criminal trial division. Right here is the boxes for family violence. Just grab your file, place it on the desk. You can have a seat. The prosecutors will call you, first come, first serve. When we are on the record, attorneys, do not talk behind the court reporter. That means do not talk behind them on this side. If you have an inmate, just raise your hand. The deputy will move you to the other side. So it's going to be a great day today because it's Friday Eve and everybody has a lot of patience. And if we need some patience, we're going to pull it from our pockets. So everyone, please confer. So Vashawn, I talked to my mom about the audiobooks. And you know what she told me? She said, old is new again. I'm like, what do you mean? She said, because back in the day when they didn't have television, you watched shows on the radio. And she said one soap opera she loved was Our Gal Sunday. So I'm like, so now I'm gonna have to Google Our Gal Sunday and see what it was about.
That's an extra course.
And Vashawn, whenever you're ready to proceed with the person who is on Zoom, just let me know. All right, and to the persons in the audience, if your attorney is not here and you don't see them, you have the court's permission to step out in the hallway to call them because we are recessing at 12. If your attorney is not here before 11:30, you're going to be back in the afternoon.
What were they bring about?
Hey, good morning. Just wanted to find out for this case here, how much back? How much back? Or you circuit supervision. Oh, no, take your time. This is, I didn't do
I'm
it.
like, no, don't allow it to see
Don't
that.
take-
So, 17 to 23. I have 169.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Hi, can I see the file on, Darwin Gomez?
Gomez?
Yes.
Let me know when you have that report, and then I'll publish it out.
Check for Darwin?
Yes. Gomez.
Mitchell, Thernert.
All right, Darwin Gomez, if you'll come forward, please. Pat Hancock, he's coming through.
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge.
That's
Yes,
okay.
Your Honor.
Hello, thank you for dressing appropriate for court. So I understand that your attorney is in legislative session. The reason why I continue to reset you is because sometimes he's at the courthouse.
Yes, ma'am. He's gonna have it pretty hefty for these next couple of months, right?
Yes. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to recall you for May 8th.
Okay.
Just have a seat and they'll give you a reset form. Bashan, this is going to be recalled for May 8th.
Alrighty, you stay warm out there, okay?
Oh, thank you. Just have a seat. They'll give you a reset form.
Yes, Your Honor. That's right. Oh, so sorry. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry, Rick. Yes, ma'am. All right. You have a best rest of your day, okay, ma'am?
Put Matthew Moran, for Judge Matthew Moran. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Pretty sure that one's already set. Yeah.
Zamaripa, second round this side. By yourself.
You're welcome. All right, who is here on Matthew Tyler Moran?
That's us, Judge.
Okay, just one moment. Odyssey is moving very slow, but the little dots are going round and round. So let me see if I can get this pulled up. Finally.
Can you,
The bad thing is it's pulled up, but not for your case.
Judge, can you use AI and dim me down a little?
I'm sorry, what?
Use AI and dim me down a little.
Hey, let me just tell you, it is not needed. You know, nobody wants to go too far off where we can't even see you anymore, you know? Okay. Now let me see if I can pull your client up. Okay, on this case, where are we on discovery?
It hasn't been downloaded, Your Honor. I spoke to
Okay,
counsel. They're gonna get
I
it
think
done.
there's some
today.
issues with that, right?
Gonna fix that.
All right. So what we're gonna do is, and your client, is he in Bear County or no?
Abilene, Your Honor.
Abilene? All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna allow him to appear by Zoom again. And how long is it gonna take for discovery to be given to him?
So couldn't say, Your Honor, I don't have a strong factual knowledge of this case. I'm covering a setting for somebody else.
Okay,
I would say 30 days should be more than sufficient to get scanned and uploaded.
all right, so this will be your final discovery date then. I need a 30-day reset for discovery. All right, so you're gonna come back on April 28th. All right, okay, so here's the thing. Attorneys, state. Jason, everyone, attorneys. Norma has set this for April 28th. That's Fiesta, so obviously she does not want you all to have a fiesta. So we're gonna roll with the April 28th date. Unless, Norma, is there another date?
Make it.
All right, May 5th.
Cinco de Mayo, Judge.
See, I try to give everybody
Yeah, but
fiesta. They
that's-
ask for fiesta, then they
We
don't
can
want it.
celebrate getting all the discovery.
Judge, that's Cinco de Mayo. That's a nice holiday.
Oh, are you? Okay,
I'm
are you
Mexican.
celebrating it? Do
Cinco
you
de Mayo.
really celebrate it? Let me put on my glasses so you can look me in the eye when you tell me.
For a reset, I'll drink a beer on that day.
But I tell you what,
Yeah, we're good.
I always try to do something
Mhm.
for every holiday that's listed. So I will do something on that day.
All right.
Me, I always try to, whatever holiday it is, I try to learn everything I can about how it originated, what's the meaning and everything. So
We're good.
I'm gonna expect a book report.
Oh.
All right, so Mr. Moran, if you can unmute.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you so much for dressing appropriately for court. We're gonna bring you back on May 5th. You will be allowed to appear by Zoom. That date is a discovery date for the state to hand over discovery, and also state at that time you'll need to tender an offer.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right, and so you'll just Zoom in again, all right? And thank you for dressing appropriately. Even
Yes,
though
ma'am.
you're Zooming, I appreciate that. Thank you.
May we be excused, Your Honor, after I
Yes.
sign my reset?
If there's anything that, for whatever formatting issue, doesn't go on there.
Am I allowed to leave?
Oh, yes, you may sign out.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Either one of those.
Thanks. Your phone, your
Judge, will you let me
emails.
onto the Zoom and put me in a waiting room with Miss Mindola?
Yes.
Please, thank you.
Thank you.
You talk about it.
All right, and Vashon? Is it Faith?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll send you out to breakout room number 1. All right, who is here on WAMU? All right, if you come forward, where are we on the immigration report?
Teresa Coles Davila finished her interview. She needs, she said by April 2nd, Wednesday, she'll have the report ready. So I was asking if we can come by. I don't know if the 3rd is too soon. I don't know if you have docket the 4th,
No, we can do it on the 3rd if you want to do it on the 3rd.
on the 3rd.
Yes. All right, Ms. Ferguson, if you can recall this for April 3rd. All right, once you sign the reset form, you excuse. Thank you for addressing appropriate report.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Did you read your book?
Yes, I'm still working on it. The rain makes me sleep, so I slept well.
Thank you.
I think this weekend I am going to be done as far as book 1 is concerned. And I will be starting on book 2. But now, since I know we're waiting for another one to come out, I'm going to slow it down.
Luck, Judge. I don't know if that's possible.
Ah,
Judges, just give me a couple more minutes and then I'll be
Sure.
ready on the bill.
you're welcome. Who's here on Jesus Zamaripa? All right.
Mr. Zamaripa is here as well.
All right. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. How are you doing today?
Good, good.
All right, no need to be nervous. I'm just trying to make sure that your attorney has everything that he needs by the way of discovery. So that's all today is about. It's about making sure he has discovery, okay?
Okay.
All right, so do you have all discovery?
As far as what I was made aware of prior to just very recently, Your Honor, I had a sufficient amount of discovery, but there was some recent disclosures that were provided. I've been in trial all week. I just wrapped up and I was finally in the office this morning, saw that they had been downloaded from our paralegal. So there are some additional things. I just need to review it. But in addition to that, Mr. Zamaripa does have other pending unindicted cases.
Mhm.
There's a possibility it could be wrapped up in those cases too.
All right.
I
let
have
me-
discussed with the state, we're requesting a reset just so that we can tie everything up together if we can and make sure that discovery is completed and everything. See if we can come to some sort of global resolution for these problems.
All right. And state, were you able to tender an offer? Or you're just waiting to tender an offer?
In fairness to this,
Mhm.
And so the offer is going to be made, I understand it will be made by family violence.
All right, family violence, if you can come forward
Yes, Your Honor.
on Zamaripa. Have you received the discovery on the assault on a pregnant person?
some, but I don't believe that was completed. That's why I suspect it's possible that this new discovery that was uploaded for Mr. Zamaripa's cases might be related to that. But again, I honestly haven't had a chance to review it because of my trial.
All right, and state on this, can you make sure that the discovery is uploaded for counsel on the assault on a pregnant person? Because it appears that the criminal trial division said they're going to let your case control.
Yes, Your Honor. Case is unindicted, so that's why I'd say that the state's going to proceed or not proceed. Defense counsel, if all the discovery that we have.
All right, so Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for discovery. This will be your final reset for discovery.
Yes, ma'am.
If for some reason the assault on a pregnant person case is still out there, then it's still going to be out there, but we're going to proceed with what's been indicted.
Understood, Your Honor.
All right, 30-day reset.
May 5th.
All right, so we're going to recall you for May 5th. Once you just have a seat, once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused. Do you have any questions about anything?
No.
All right, just have a seat. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Your
Thank you,
Honor.
counsel. You're welcome.
We put up Mindola. I love your classes. Very cute.
Thank you.
My name is Daniel. I'm not on the case. I was told that the defense attorney was here earlier, but I don't recognize the name. His name's Roberto Vargas. Okay. Okay, all right. I just want to make sure that. Perfect. Thank you.
All right, Tyrell Benjamin. If you'll come forward, please. It's like church, there's a stack going on. Hello. Hi, all right. So your attorney is actually in Bell County, and my understanding, Bell County is close to Killeen.
Okay, is that like
So,
the answer?
yes,
Okay.
so there's, and my understanding, that case is a jury trial case. So there's absolutely no way for him to be back in time. I told him, you drive 2 more hours, you can visit my mom.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is recall you. Are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what is the best day of the week for you to come?
Probably today, Thursdays usually.
Thursday?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Let me ask you, do you know how to Zoom?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reset your case. and you can appear by Zoom.
Okay.
Now, if you discuss things with your attorney and your attorney feels it would be better for you to appear in person,
Yes.
then of course you can still appear in person, but I'll give you permission to appear by Zoom.
Okay.
And my understanding today is just for discovery. Who is the prosecutor on a collision case? All right. So on this case, do you know if all of the discovery has been uploaded? It's Tyrell Benjamin. Sure. And it's, his attorney is in Bell County, but just so the attorney can be made aware that it's uploaded. And what I can do is I can recall you. For May 8th.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, no problem. It's the rain, but it's Friday Eve, so we gotta enjoy it, right?
Right.
It's like 117 items.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reschedule you for May 8th. You could appear by Zoom, and that way we can see if he actually has all discovery, if he has any questions about anything. All right, so Ms. Ferguson,
She said that, Your Honor.
all right, just have a seat. We'll get a reset form for you, all right?
Yes, ma'am. So just wait.
Yes,
Okay.
just wait and we'll get that for you, but it's gonna be May 8th.
Okay.
The address, some of it is.
Excuse me, can you pass me a reset form, please? Thank you. No problem. All right, Mr. Tyrell, if you'll come back up, just sign this reset form. Deputy Lord, could you have him sign that? All right, who is here on, Vashon, are you ready on Faith?
Libera.
Yes.
It should be news today.
All right, thank you. Okay, bye-bye. Drive safe out there. Yes, hi.
Hi, Judge. Is she on?
No.
Okay, she's
Oh, maybe
still in the
she's
waiting
still in
room.
the breakout room. Oh, let me close the room. It will take 60 seconds. Because that's the only way I know to force her to get out. Rashawn, it's the equivalent of turning off the lights when you tell people you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So that's how it is on Zoom.
After Docket, I'll have to tell you my go-to to get them out.
Okay. All I love your earrings.
Thank you, Judge. It's my first time wearing these.
Eight seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, if you can show your video, Miss Mindola, please.
She was showing it just fine.
Okay.
Okay, there
Oh, there
she
she
is.
is.
Sorry.
No problem. All right, so Miss Abrams.
So Judge, status for consideration for extension was sent in for Miss Mendiola, with the main concern of the restitution or the fees that were ordered.
Mhm.
There was a restitution amount of $8,900 that was originally assessed, and $7,870 has been paid to date. She owes $1,030. Judge, you extended her, and that's just to restitution.
Yes.
Of course, that is not taken in consideration her other fees.
Mhm.
You did extend her until October 2nd of 2025,
Yes.
but you wanted to see her today.
Yes. So your request for early, for the extension, if you are able to satisfy your restitution amount, which is $1,030,
Yes.
then they'll send a request to me for termination and I'll terminate you. But otherwise, I'm going to extend you till the restitution is paid.
Okay.
So as soon as you pay that amount off, then you will be done. How long do you think it will take you to pay the $1,030?
I was just planning for my next 2 paychecks, which I now have a new job that's more on a salary and not tip based.
Mm-hmm.
So my first paycheck is next week. So I plan to finish this payment by the end of this month, before then.
All right, so once that's completed, they'll send me something asking that you be released from probation and I will sign the release if all things remain the same. Of course, you still have to be doing well on probation.
Yes.
But really the only thing you need to do is pay that amount. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, anything else, probation?
No, Judge.
Do you have any questions about anything?
No, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right, so for now, you're extended to October 2nd, 2025. But if you continue to do well on probation and you pay that amount off, if you pay it at the end of the month, probation will let me know and I'll release you from probation.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you're welcome. Have a great day. And thank you for dressing appropriately for court, even though you're by Zoom.
Thank you. No problem.
Have a good day.
You too. Thank you. Well, to be fair, I don't know if it's what.
Who is here on Mitchell Moore? Hello.
Morning, Judge, how are you doing?
Morning, all right, you're on this side. And where's your client?
Mr. Moore's in the back, he's coming out.
Okay. All right. Are you aware your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw?
Mhm.
All right. And are you ready to proceed with the motion to revolve?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, court is calling 2025 CR 001524 State versus Mitchell Moore. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Sean Henriksen for defense.
and are you Mr. Moore?
Yes.
All right, your attorney has filed a motion to withdraw, stating that you have not followed through with the contract that your counsel has with you. Do you have any objection to the motion to withdraw?
No.
All right, then counsel, based upon what you've stated in your motion, the court will grant the motion and you're excused.
All right, thank you, Judge. And I believe that my client would like to be interviewed for.
Yeah,
For the
you're
party.
excused. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day. All right, we can go at the record and state you're excused. So are you able to afford an attorney?
No.
All right, so just have a seat. We're going to make sure that you receive an attorney, all right?
Okay.
Thank you.
Lindsay Hernandez.
And Robert, just let me know when you're ready to approach on that. All right, thank you.
Oh, it's cameras.
They're not ready on that. We're gonna approach you. All right, who's here on Lindsay Hernandez?
President, Your Honor.
Hello. Hi, how are you doing?
Good, ma'am, thank you.
You're looking better. Your eyes are all bright and that's great. All right, so who is the prosecutor on this case?
Yeah, I conferred briefly with Miss Galloway and also I guess Mr. Edelman's here. I've spoken previously with Mr. Edelman with regard to her matter, Judge. So she just recently got out of 30 days of inpatient. So we're trying to coordinate in this time some outpatient with lifetime recovery, as well as seeing about her eligibility for a drug court, Judge.
Okay.
So we're requesting a reset so we can see if she meets criteria, perhaps for felony drug.
Well, I will tell you felony drug court, they're at capacity.
Okay, well,
I just received that. But Sean, is that correct? Felony drug court is at capacity? Oh, all right.
I can look into that avenue, Judge, and now it's also my understanding misdemeanor El Camino court is a drug court as well, and she does have an active misdemeanor case. So being if felony drug court is full, I could potentially reach out to the misdemeanor El Camino court to supervise her with her substance use needs.
What do you know on this case? Because it's a theft case. Do you know if any restitution is owed?
I don't, if there is, Judge, it's not a great amount. So if she is on some potential drugs court supervision, I think a restitution could possibly be maintained within that. But just the basic allegation is that she took the car for just a short period of time and it was found up the road. So I think there may be cleaning fees associated with restitution, but I don't think anything significant.
Okay, and then how much time are you asking?
We're asking, Judge, a little bit more than 30 days, perhaps 45, to see about getting her connected with lifetime for outpatients and to see about the drug court thing, because if she is going to be considered for drug court, I know that they require background records and to see about
Oh, drug court there, but it doesn't take them that long to make a
getting connected.
decision.
Yes, Judge, and she's currently seeing the Center for Healthcare Services as well and staying med compliant. So I know that in the past, you commented as to her appearance. I'm the same understanding that she is looking much better now and her improvement is there, Judge. And I think that we can hopefully work this in with some kind of drug court, treatment court. So that's what we're looking for time to do, Judge.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is, Ms. Ferguson, can you put this for May 15th?
Judge, I'm actually going to be out on vacation that week, May 11th through the 16th. Can we do either before or after?
May 22nd?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be
All right, and that'll give you more time.
perfect. Your Honor.
All right,
Appreciate
Ms.
it.
Ferguson, if you can recall this for May 22nd. And I'm assuming you no longer want this on the trial docket? Because
no-
last time we were here, it was actually scheduled for jury trial, then she had inpatient treatment.
She had the inpatient treatment, Judge, and she's doing so well with the treatment that we wanted to continue that. And I spoke to her about the treatment courts and she'd like to explore that avenue if that's okay with the court.
All right, so I'm sure your attorney will tell you, we have something coming up in this city called Fiesta.
Yes, ma'am.
Don't get involved with Fiesta. It's so easy. 1 minute you're eating chicken on a stick, then the next thing, things go haywire. You know, my first time here for Fiesta, I actually had to work it as a part of a club I belonged to in law school. And they said they had pork chop on a stick. I said, how do you put a pork chop on a stick? You can put pork chop on a stick. So during Fiesta, don't get caught up in that, okay?
Yes, now.
Stay on track.
Yes.
The pork chop on the stick and chicken on the stick is good, but it doesn't compare to crawfish, in my opinion. So I had some last week and it was such a good time.
Well, where did you have, who is it from?
Oh, it was,
John, this is like, who are your people? Where did you get your crawfish?
so it was at the Flying Saucer. They were having like a crawfish festival. And I went out there and they also had like different things to try. And it was really good. They did it by the pound and they had the people out there with the big old pots.
Mhm.
So it seems like they did it right, but obviously compared to Louisiana, really can't compare. It's the secrets.
Hey, but did you tell LaShawn about this? Did you tell the court? You know, we're foodies around here.
Oh, next time I will have to do that.
Okay.
And you guys like to eat good, so.
All right, so once you sign the reset form, you're excused, and thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you, Mel.
All right, thank you.
Judge, and
Yes.
as of right now, felony drug court is not at.
Oh, awesome. So you need to get her name on there very quickly.
Definitely will do, Judge.
Yes.
I'm not the attorney. Monday. And on Odyssey, it shows. And I reached out to him, but he said, do the reoccurring because all his absences. Ezekiel Thurs and Chavez.
All right, who's here on Luis Garcia or Luis Rivera? The attorney for Luis Arnold Rivera or Luis Garcia?
Judge, that's, yes.
Ah. Who's your attorney? Oh, okay. Yes, you can call him. Oh, no. I mean, you'll just have to wait. And Renee, are you ready on Mr. Rivera?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. Yes, 1 moment.
Of course. Your
Sorry, waiting for his case to pull up on Odyssey.
Oh, no problem, Your Honor. I know it takes some time to load with the little bubbles. I usually have to set up my computer about 10 minutes in advance of when I want to do stuff in the morning, so it has a chance to kind of
Oh, yeah.
catch. Yeah.
All right, so I see the new cases. Do you have the discovery on the new cases?
So, Your Honor, with regard to the burglary of buildings, I
Mhm.
believe discovery to be intact. On the robbery charge that came in, indicted 2025, I just got recently access to that discovery. And there seems to be at least 10 videos with multiple reports. And I just, I had an issue initially getting to that evidence, but I reached out to Mr. Edelman and he got with IT and they corrected that issue. So now I have access, Judge. I just need to vet it, make sure that nothing is missing. So requesting likely just one more discovery, just to make sure I have everything and nothing's needed on the back end.
All right, I can do this the first full week of May.
First week of May will work, Your Honor. Yes.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset date for the week of May 5th for discovery and for the state to tender an offer.
Sounds good.
All right, so we're going to come back on May 5th. Have you brought back on May 5th? State, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer.
Yes.
All
good.
right, do you have any questions, sir?
No, man.
All right, they will take you back.
Yes, Judge.
Thank you.
I will find them online, so I'll contact them now. But thank you very much.
Perfect. See you.
Question. So, on Ramos, he's awaiting a psych evaluation. He's on bond. It hasn't been scheduled yet. He hasn't met with the doctor, so now we're not waiting on a report. But I just wanted to confirm with you that it's been sent. I think it has, so I just want to confirm. But I don't think they do anything other than follow up with Monica about making sure it gets scheduled. Yeah. They have it, they just have to. I asked. I'll get with Monica. Make sure you have it scheduled. Yeah, that would be great. Can you tell her? Do I need to let the court know? Yeah. Okay. Can you please? Awesome. Can you put Joe Ramos up there, please? And then another one, I don't know if I need to talk to Judge James Wilkins. He's on the docket today. He was already found incompetent and ordered to the state hospital. So he's just waiting a bed to the state hospital. Do you want me to tell Judge? Okay. James Wilkins. He's in custody. You need to have him brought out for that? Judge, I have a quick question. Joe Ramos and James Wilkins. Real quick, Judge, on James Wilkins, I don't know if you need me to have him brought out. He was already found incompetent and is awaiting a bed in the state hospital. He's already ordered to the state hospital.
All right, let me just pull this up. So on some of these cases, they have a new program where, yes, they order them to the state hospital, but they have a new program that they give them in the jail to help them regain competency. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to have them give him a phantom date setting, just so we won't lose track of them.
Okay.
Because sometimes that happens.
Okay. Do you need me to have him brought out though? Or no?
If you want him brought out,
Not necessarily. He already knows that, I mean, John did the agreed incompetency where he was ordered.
all right, Ms. Ferguson on Wilkins. If you can recall this in the beginning of June, please. And do it as a phantom date. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right, let me put this in the system. All right, and then on Joe Ramos, is he in custody?
No, he's on bond. He's here,
All right, if you come forward, sir. Good morning, how's it going?
How are you, Judge?
Oh, great, it's a beautiful day. It's Friday Eve. I actually love the rain because I sleep better when it's raining.
Like it when I'm not home.
Yes.
To come into the courthouse.
And people will always find a puddle, but this is the strangest thing that I found wherever I've been. If it's sunny outside, people drive below the speed limit. If it's raining, everybody is speeding.
Makes no sense.
It makes no sense. All right, so on this case,
He's a-
competency evaluation, where are we?
He is awaiting evaluation because he's on bond. It gets scheduled with the coordinator from the MAG court. He has not met with the doctor yet. And so Norma pinged mental health court to make sure that it gets scheduled with the doctor because he
So
doesn't,
has it been scheduled?
looks like it's going to be now. She
They're
pinged-
gonna talk to Monica today, and they're gonna send an email out today, letting him know when his schedule.
187th has done its part. Everything's been referred and everything. It's just we're waiting for them to schedule.
All right, so we're gonna recall this back. And your attorney, I mean, he can appear by Zoom if he's able to Zoom.
Okay.
And it's because I don't want that to be fallen somewhere in
Sure.
the ether. So Norma, recall this is the week of April 14th good for you?
That's fine.
All right, I need a date, the week of April 14th. Oh, no, that's fine. You won't need to be here because I will have it in the system that this is about his competency. So it's just to make sure that the competency is scheduled.
I can do the 14th, Judge.
All right, April 14th, is that
Okay,
good for you?
Perfect.
And Judge, do I make that a bad date or? just a regular?
No, make it a regular date in the system.
Okay.
All right, so we'll have you back on April 14th. It's just to make sure that your doctor's appointments have been scheduled. And counsel, you have contact with him outside of
We
court.
do.
So if for some reason you get notice that the appointment has been scheduled and it's before April 14th, if you just come back to court and let me know and I'll give him a different date.
Okay, sure. I'll do
All
that.
right,
Judge.
thank you for dressing appropriately for court. You're welcome.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
Yes. You too.
No, you're good. You're free to go.
Oh, wait, once he signs the reset form.
Oh, I'm sorry. Need to sign it. Yeah, I'll take it too.
Yeah, just look on the back page. I'm gonna need it. Oh, yeah, nice. Submitted a motion. I have one. He's probably like 3 hour naps on my couch in my office as at the kids on his.
All right, and Norma, can you let Karen Corby know her client is here by Zoom? Eduardo Rene Rodriguez. Hey, can I see the files on Leon Small, please?
Thank you, Mommy. Vincent Aridondo. Vincent Aridondo.
Somebody put it up there, you wanna come back?
Was that somebody who's? No, no, he's not there.
All right, who is the criminal division attorney on Leon Aubrey Herman Small?
Okay.
All right, so just one second, and you're on this side, counsel. Okay, on this case, I've been informed that he's been taken into custody by the US Marshals. So state, are you aware that he's been taken into custody with the US Marshals? So if you all can see how his being in custody is going to impact these cases, let me know.
Yes, ma'am.
With regards to your motion to set bond,
It may be rendered moot at this point, so.
do you want to have those, I don't know, withdrawn at this point?
At this point, Judge, I think that's wise. I was gonna make a phone call back to the office really quickly, just to talk about this development, and then I'll inform the court if there's anything that's changed.
All right, so I tell you what I'll do. I'll hold off on doing anything for now. If you want to call the office and then come back up and I'll take the matter up.
Very well. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Who is there on Jesus Alejandro Herrera? And where is he? Come forward.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right, so what is happening with this case?
Sorry.
All right, so I have a motion to withdraw, but what is happening with these new number ones that are in the motion? All right, well, what he's telling me is they're going to review and see whether or not they're gonna indict the cases that are in the allegations. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, probation. You're in agreement with, I guess, withdrawing the motion?
Yes, Judge.
And then my question is, with regards to the reason for us being here, is there any other conditions that are needed to protect the community or anything?
Judge, I would like to get a TAP evaluation. Other than that, he's completed his parenting classes. He completed his AIDS awareness program. He's done all of the field visits that were required. So I would like to get a TAP evaluation, Judge. He is reporting as scheduled. We're not having any reporting issues or anything like that.
All right, is there a court summary in this case?
Yes, Judge.
Any objections to the court reviewing the court summary to see if there are any conditions that should be added?
No.
If I could see the court summary, let me go to the email.
I have a paper version if you like.
Oh, sure.
You hand that to her.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Judge, he completed his staff evaluation last week.
All right.
Monthly UAs and documented sober support meeting.
All right. So we're gonna do intensive outpatient treatment.
Can we hold this? I know the court's opinion on the sober support meetings. Is it possible to have him do some weekly UAs in the intensive outpatient and then hold the sober support meetings in advance?
No, and let me just tell you why. I think sober support meetings are great, and this is why I think they're great. And I've actually had the chance to go to a sober support meeting, not because I needed sober support meetings because I don't drink, but the reason why I went is because whenever I am sending people to different programs, I just want to see, what it's about. So that if somebody's telling me they're having difficulties about something, I can personally understand what's going on, right? So sober support meetings, if you were in a sober support meeting, maybe, and I'm not taking the new number ones, that's true, but then maybe you would not have been in that position.
Yes.
And then what I read in the court summary about your issues when your family was not around you, if you would have been in sober support meetings, maybe that issue would not have been there.
Yes.
So I am going to order sober support meetings. What I'm going to do though, normally I would do 90 days. I'm going to order them for you for, let me look at the calendar.
Tomorrow I'll be at 42 sober support meetings attended.
Awesome.
I've been doing them.
And so do you like them?
Yes, yeah.
All right, so that's great. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to order it, right? And counsel, I'm going to order it for your daily support meetings. And I will have my order in on May 9th. And the reason why I'm saying May 9th is because there's a little event that happens in San Antonio in April. So I'm going to put, and I shouldn't say little event, it's a joyous occasion. I actually love it. I love all of the colors. But so it's going to be daily support meetings until May 9th.
Yes, sir.
And usually by that time, people enjoy them so much that they just continue doing it.
Yes.
So, Bashan, it's going to be intensive outpatient treatment and daily sober support meetings until May 9th.
And monthly UAs?
Yes, and monthly UAs.
Thank you.
And with the monthly UAs, make sure they test for alcohol.
Yes.
I would say put you on the patch, but the patch necessarily doesn't test for alcohol, okay?
Yes.
And is there anything else you need from the court?
No, at this time.
All right, and if there's something you need or you feel as though you're teetering on the edge, call your probation officer, and if you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court, okay?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you, and thank you so much for addressing appropriately for court.
You're welcome.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Yes.
So, I was talking to Jason about this, and my client is Efron Sto.
Yes.
And has a warrant on the MPR. I was gonna ask you to set a bond. We had agreed that the bond could, from whatever it was set before, could be doubled. And the reason for this is to get the case reset because he owes restitution and to give him a chance to pay off the restitution before we come back to and get a reset to come back to court.
Okay, all right, just have them pull the file and I will take your matter up.
Very good. Efron Sto. The MTR. Or maybe I could give, well. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna ask for a reset, but I was asking the judge for a bond.
Just a second, I need to put this in the
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
No problem. All right, Efron Sto. Hello. Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Blessed to be with you.
All right, and on this case, did you speak with probation?
About a bond.
About the allegations in the
Oh,
motion.
so probation is recommending that he be continued on probation, but that's not the agreement that we have, that I have with the prosecution. They're gonna recommend something other than that.
Oh,
unless he's able to pay the restitution. And then if he's able to pay the restitution, then they're going to recommend probation on this new case.
All right, so what I can tell you is I with regards to his paying or not paying restitution, making a bond is going to take money away from restitution payment. But if you all want the court to hear a motion to set bond, the court will hear a motion to set bond, and then it's going to be set for a contested hearing within 10 days.
So he probably is going to need about 30 days in order to be able to raise that amount of restitution that he needs to raise.
All right, so if y'all want to proceed with a motion, a bond request, the court will hear a motion for a bond request, but
okay,
the contested hearing is going to be set within 10 days. So doing that, do y'all still want to continue with the bond setting?
Talk to him for just.
Sure. All right, if you'll step back in the box and Phyllis, just let me know when you're all ready.
Okay.
Thank you. Who's here on Oscar Jimenez? Okay. He stepped out. Okay, no problem. Who is here on John Thernert?
I am.
Sure.
And I have an update on Mr. Small as well, Judge, whenever you're ready.
Okay, let me take this up and then I'll take Mr. Small up. Hello.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court. So on this one, I guess we just need a jury trial setting. Is that correct?
We do, Your Honor.
All right. So do you all want a bench trial or jury trial?
A jury trial, please, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. On this case, I expect this jury trial to probably last 2 days. That includes jury selection.
I would agree with that, Your Honor.
And so your plea deadline date was today. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements after today without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand? All right, you can't do anything sooner? You want to put it for April 21st that week? Yes. All right, your jury trial date is going to be April 21st. If you all can do an acknowledgement of discovery before you leave,
Will do,
please.
Your Honor. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. Just have a seat and they'll give the reset form to you. Yes. Oh, this one's done for as well, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, thank you. All right. Oh, and Mr. Porter, are you ready on Oscar Jimenez? All right, Mr. Oscar Jimenez, if you'll come forward, please. All right, and Mr. Porter, I know you were recently appointed.
I was appointed last week, yeah.
Yes, so do you need more time?
Yeah, I'm respectfully requesting just a 30-day on this one, Judge.
All right, and so you have the case that is unindicted. That's the less than a gram case, which on Oscar Jimenez.
He has the felon possession of firearm.
No, he has this also,
Oh, okay.
the PF. So you may want to talk to the state to see if they actually have the
Maps back
maps
yet?
on that.
Okay.
And then on Mr. Jimenez, are you requesting 30 days?
Yes, sir.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset on Oscar Jimenez, please. All right, so we will bring you back on May 5th. That will give your attorney a chance to see if he has all the discovery. And state, you'll need to be prepared to tender an offer on that day.
Yes, Judge.
Sir, do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Defense, is there anything else?
No, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Can you put Google Villanueva up there? 2024 CR 0176. It's a sentence soon. But there's an issue that we would like to address.
Leon Small. Hello. So on this case, you've had a chance to
Talk at the office, yes, ma'am. And just by way of update, Your Honor, what I will ask, if I may, is to keep this on and not withdraw it quite yet. There's some documentation that we're seeking to gather from the federal courts regarding his the reason for him being picked up and being there. I think that he may be seeking some sort of a bond on that end of things. And so we'd ask if that does occur, and we'd be back here on this issue and asking.
All right, so with regards to the motion to set bond, you can put it on the docket whenever you want it placed on the docket. Just let the make a scheduling with the court reporter.
Very well, Judge.
I'm sorry, the court coordinator.
Yes, ma'am.
And then the next question is, state, how much time do you need to see whether or not whatever is happening on the federal side will impact your decisions for this case? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset on small.
May 6th.
All right, May 6th.
Yes, ma'am. On this matter, Judge, may we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Vincent Aridondo up there for an announcement.
All right, thank you.
Macedonio?
And at the parties on Morero, if you can come forward, please. Good morning.
Just come up a little bit more so the judge can hear you. And
My understanding, oh, yes, just waiting for the interpreter to set up. Good morning.
yes, Your Honor.
Ready, Your Honor, thank you. All right, you're welcome. Just give me 2 seconds. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0000280 State versus Wilfredo Morero. If I could have parties announced.
Patrick Hancock for Mr. Morero.
And are you Mr. Morero?
See,
Yes. All right, we have an interpreter. If you could raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Arlene Abrams, license number 2081.
All right, Mr. Morero, all of these documents that I'm going to review with you are in English. Were these documents explained to you in Spanish?
Yes,
Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, Your Honor, we acknowledged it.
And did you review that discovery with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Sir, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
yes,
You're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
I understand.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
That is true, yes,
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes.
Mr. Morero, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
no,
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
no,
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
yes,
Are you a U.S. citizen?
yes,
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes,
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison. There's a $2,000 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's to be restitution to Miss Rappaport, if any. Did you understand?
I understand.
Defense, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes,
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
I understand.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Ben.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 8 years. There be a TAP evaluation, 200 hours of community service restitution, ignition interlock for the full term, 2-year license suspension, and 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition of probation. Did you understand those are recommendations from the court, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
I understand.
Then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No culpable.
Not guilty. Not guilty.
No, no me opongo,
No
sorry.
contest, I'm sorry.
State any evidence.
Should be contained in exhibit one and attached.
No objection, Judge.
All right, state you may be excused. Did you review the document entitled waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes,
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial? A right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Entiendo.
I understand.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly,
Just 1 second, Judge. Can you hear it?
No me oyes?
Le ponen rojo y se va.
Ah, no le voy a hablar. Yo lo quiero ver. No,
Sí.
sorry, Your Honor.
did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Entiendo.
I understand.
This court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Judge, we'd like to.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
There is, Judge. I think the court will recall that you had asked Mr. Morero with going to AA as per your order and through the direction of the pretrial services officer. I think he's complied, Judge, and it's been quite a while. It's been a number of months that he's been participating as the court requested. Mr. Morero, Judge, has a very good job at the Calabria Meat Market. He's been employed there for 7 years. He's a maintenance man. He's really in charge of a bunch of different responsibilities, the grounds, equipment maintenance, and they like him a lot there. In fact, those folks have helped him with his ability to get a private lawyer. So they really like him and want him to continue to work there. Mr. Morero, Judge, has a roommate. Mr. Morero's from Puerto Rico. His best friend is from the Virgin Islands. He lives with Mr. Morero. He's a double amputee, and Mr. Morero helps him and cares for him when he's not working for the Calabria Meat Market. I've explained to Mr. Morero, Judge, that this kind of offense comes with minimum jail time. We would very much ask the court to consider some alternative to incarceration for those 10 days. So obviously he can keep his good standing of 7 years employment and certainly be able to participate in taking care of his roommate. So if the court has any ability to whatever the court does for alternative to incarceration, and certainly, Judge, since he's doing community service by taking care of his roommate, if you can give him some credit towards the 200 hours, we'd appreciate that.
All right, so here's my question. When's the last time you had an alcoholic drink?
4 months ago.
Okay. And who were you with when you had this drink?
Se fue cuando tuve el accidente.
That was when I was arrested, when I had the accident.
All right. So I think it's time.
It may be, I think his position is the time of his arrest.
Yes.
All right. And this roommate that you care for, do you receive any type of payment for doing that?
No.
All right. Because here's the thing. I don't allow people to be home healthcare providers. when they're on felony probation in my court. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Do you have any children?
No,
No,
Any grandchildren?
no.
no.
All right. And I just throw that out there because sometimes when I ask people if they have children, they're thinking in terms of, oh, they're adults, but that doesn't really count. So that's why I would ask grandchildren after that. So do you have any minors that are in your life, nieces or nephews?
Ya son mayores.
No, they're older now,
Okay.
adults.
All right. This is what the court will order. There's a $2,000 fine. That will be probated. Sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be restitution, if any, to Sarah, S-A-R-A. And then in parts of the report, Vashawn, it is spelled S-A-R-A-H as well. And that's Sarah Rapoport, R-A-P-O-P-O-R-T. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. State, do you have any objections to the defendant due to his employment satisfying the days in the Bexar County Jail on GPS? Do you have any objections to the defendant satisfying the days in the Bexar County Jail on GPS? All right, thank you. So the court is going to be doing 30 days, GPS partial, waive fees in lieu of the 10 days Bexar County Jail. And it will be partial for employment. There's to be ignition interlock for the full term. 2-year license suspension. DWI education course. VIP impact panel. Well, VIP live, I'm sorry, impact panel is what it is. So it'll be VIP live. Proof of employment within 30 days. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations. Us 120 sober support meetings in 120 days. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. 200 hours of community service restitution. In regards to the 200 hours community service restitution, council, if he presents somewhere where he's doing charity work, he can tender it to probation. Probation will tender it to me for approval if they think it's appropriate. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, You're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If for any reason you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to the court and I will address it. And when you drink and drive, I have yet, and Mr. Hancock, you've been practicing for a long time. I don't think you have ever heard of a person who goes out to drink, and when they go out to drink, they say, you know what, I'm gonna get drunk, and then my intention is to kill somebody. So let me explain something to you. Drinking and driving, and when you're impaired, not good. You could kill somebody. And I see here that you had an accident. That's why there is a restitution to this lady. You could have easily have killed her. And it appears from reading the police report that when you're intoxicated, you're an angry person. You are one of those people who cannot drink at all because you don't know when to stop drinking. And once people become impaired, they don't think they're impaired and they drink and they drive. Do you understand?
I understand.
Do you have any vehicles that you have access to?
I have my truck.
All right, that needs to have that needs to have ignition interlocking on it. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand.
All right. All right. Is there anything else you need?
No.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Have a great one. I'm gonna have to get to Puerto Rico. Everybody tells me it's so beautiful.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Welcome. Para servir.
We're good on ourselves MTR to see it.
Get your signature.
Yes. Okay, Hernandez. All right, I'll take that up now. All right, Lumil Hernandez.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Good. I filed a motion last night. If you don't have a copy of it, I have one.
Thank you so much. So, all right, so two things are before the court today with regards to him.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's this motion that the defense wants conditions changed to no harm for injurious contact as it relates to his minor child. And also there's a request for him to reside in Katy. So the court is going to call 2024 CR 6719 State versus Lindsay Hernandez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Daniel De La Garza.
And are you Mr. Hernandez?
Yeah.
All right, we have an interpreter here. If you can raise your right hand again, do you solemnly swear and affirm you will faithfully interpret from English into Spanish and Spanish, translate from English into Spanish and Spanish into English, so help you God?
I do, Your Honor.
All right, you can lower your hand, and if you'll state your name for the record.
Arlene Abrams, license number 2081.
All right, so the first matter, let's take up with regards to the request that he be allowed to reside at an address in Katy. The concern that's put in here is that it's 804 feet from an elementary school and 288 feet from a neighborhood playground. So, state any objections?
No, the state had some additional questions that I can address. I think he satisfied my concern, so no, I don't have any objections to that, Judge. I don't believe it's really up to me. I'm happy that you're looking at the states.
Okay. All right, and what the court is reading is the supplemental report, and probation has put certain conditions in place to alleviate any concerns the court would have with regards to the residency. So I will allow him to reside at the location in Katy probation.
You, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Now, the next thing, and probation, I'll sign this. If you give that to probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, the next issue we have is he is asking for his conditions to be changed for no harmful or injurious contact with his minor child. So first question the court has is whether or not Child Protective Services was involved in this case at all.
No, Your Honor. And so, he's certainly taking responsibility for what he did, but so the facts of this case involve a police officer who he thought was somebody that was underage. So there was no actual, there was no actual contact with a child or anything like that as part of the offense. And then in support of the request, Your Honor, I know that there's some talk, or I've heard, from other lawyers that there's been this talk of a chaperone. And so I've talked with Miss Yanet, who is Lemuel's wife, and she can act as a chaperone if that's the proper way to do it. I'm not really sure the proper way to do it, but if there's talk of somebody needing to supervise, that is certainly somebody who can do it. And she's responsible. I believe from when they hired me, she told me that she worked for the post office or something like that, but she's here and we can certainly inquire, or I can ask her questions.
For chaperone purposes, that would go through probation, and probation would give her certain classes, and then they would make the decision if she's appropriate or not.
Okay.
So first things first, state, would you have any objections to no harmful or injurious contact with his minor child if there's an approved chaperone?
There's no judge, and just for some backstory, I believe the child is coming about that.
I can, yes, Your Honor, I can.
His biological child, I don't believe she previously resided there, is my understanding. I've let the defense counsel know it's not really up to me, that the documentation that she is in fact his biological child, the documentation regarding the living situation and multiple other factors are what probation considers. So I mean, if probation verifies it and seems it appropriate in this case, then no, I don't have an objection, but I don't have enough information. I wouldn't be the person to verify it in person at their home.
All right, so then what I'll do is I'll alter them in conditions of probation to, and it's not gonna lift all, for all minors.
No, that's not what. No.
Thank you. And what it will be is it will be no harmful or injurious contact with his minor child. And I will put in here and still, instead of saying while his wife acts as chaperone, I'll just say with an approved chaperone by probation.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Just so that the state is understanding that's, it's approved if probation deems it appropriate
Yes,
through their process, the process.
yes. So it will only be, his contact with the underage minor child will only be allowed with an approved chaperone. And that chaperone has to be approved by probation. And if there's an issue, you always can come back and let the court know.
Yes, Your Honor. And so, you know, the ultimate goal
Mhm.
of Mr. Hernandez is to live in his house back home
Okay.
with the minor child. Just
Okay.
so that's the ultimate.
All right, is there anything else?
There's nothing from us.
Nor the defense, Your Honor.
Judge, so just for my clarity, we are going to alter and amend conditions for him to reside at the location listed on the supplemental report.
Yes.
We're gonna evaluate and I'll get the name for the chaperone. And we're gonna do the no harmful or injurious contact with the biological minor child with approved chaperone.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Yes.
I want to make sure that nobody's confused, because right now he's staying in the house.
All right, so let me,
Cannot go back to the
Yes.
house until that other process.
yes, so let me make sure that everything is clear. And if there's something you do not understand, let me know. Right. So the first thing, you're requesting to go to Katy, Texas. And there's been an address that has been listed in the form. The court is aware of that address. The state has no objection to your residing at that address. So the court has signed that, so you can reside at that address. There should not be any minor children in that home for now, because we are waiting on probation. You give them names of possible chaperones. Probation will have classes for those persons to take. So if it's your wife, which that's what I'm being told, her name is going to be submitted to probation today. Probation may have some classes for her to take to make sure that she will be a good person and a qualified person to chaperone any contact you have with your minor child. If probation interviews her and says that she's not a good chaperone, then you can't have contact. You cannot have contact with your minor child until probation gives you the name of an approved chaperone. And when that person is an approved chaperone, that means that while you are with your child and they're there, they can't say, oh, I need to run to the grocery store. You all stay here. I'm going to go to the grocery store. They have to be there in sight of you and of the minor child so that they can appropriately chaperone. Do you understand?
Yes.
Is there anything you do not understand about the court's order? So you're not allowed to live in a home in Katy until, with children, until one, the chaperone has been approved. So if the chaperone has not been approved and there's minor children in that home, you can't live there. Do you understand? Is there anything else?
No, I just want to make sure.
No.
That was great, Judge.
She still lives there.
That was great. Thank you.
All right, thank you. And counsel, you can take this to the back once I put it in the system.
Yes, Your Honor.
To make a copy.
Perfect.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Maybe excuse your honor.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Talk to probation.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yeah.
while I'm up here, you were lucky enough, or I guess unfortunate enough, whichever way you say, to get a capital murder from the 227th transferred to you that Mark McKay and I were working.
Yes.
There was an expert that needs to get paid, and I haven't been able to get a signature because Judge Del Prado was, I guess, recused or whatever. So
Okay.
can I
Oh,
present
sure.
this to you?
Mhm.
Okay, thank you.
Do you have it with you now?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
There you are.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Efron Sto.
But I anticipate that she would help receive.
Sure. All right, court is calling 2021 CR 11632, State versus Efron Sto. Could I have parties announced for the record? State? Defense?
I'm sorry, Judge. Phyllis Beal for the defense.
And are you Mr. Soto? Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Efron Martinez Soto who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 11632 for the offense of theft of property, $1,500 to $20,000 on March 23rd, 2023 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
And Bear County, Texas, children at brain that's committed the offense of theft violation.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? State.
Leave it abandoned for a maker.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1? Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is no conditions to include having him complete a theft level 3 course within 45 days of today's date. And then also alter them to have him attend Goodwill Good Careers Academy and Career Center.
Okay. And probation, what is your recommendation?
Judge, that is the recommendation on the court summary.
All right, so this is what the court doesn't understand for you, sir, and maybe your attorney wants to answer, or maybe you want to answer it. You're on probation for theft. And then you proceed to commit another theft.
It was a triple.
So I don't understand why I shouldn't revoke you.
So, Your Honor, essentially what happened was he was placed on probation. He had a significant loss of money, and he was trying to, he worked as a contractor, and he didn't go out and just take somebody's money. He had plans all along to pay it back and to pay it back, and he still is going to pay it back. There's no doubt that he will pay it back. But basically, that's what happened. He had done work for this person before, And he also fell into a deep depression. He came very close to ending his own life. And he, about 8 months ago, started going to church. He basically rededicated his life to start living his life better in the way he wants to live it. And he's expecting a refund from the IRS in order to pay back this person. And if he's in prison, he's not going to be able to repay the complainant in this case.
Okay, so here's the thing. This is what I understand. I don't understand how, again, you're on probation for theft. When you hit hard times, your fallback is not supposed to be, let me steal, and I'm going to intend to pay it back. I'm still at a loss as to. Yes, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record. All right, so what do you want to say?
With that, I mean, it was never my intention to steal, not even in the first place, because even on the first one, before I was already giving her money back. And it was when COVID and my contractor that was doing the roof took off with the money, and I still gave the lady, and I have the messages and everything between the first
Okay,
one.
so let me explain something to you. You're on probation for theft. Whatever happened, that ship has sailed. You're on probation for theft. I'm interested in this new theft case.
Well, in this new case, we had done some more work for them. And then we encountered this, but I was within that time, I mean, I've been struggling.
Okay, so you still haven't told me anything. So you're doing work for this person. And then what happens?
Well, I didn't have any more money coming in, and I was behind because of what they had taken away from me, which was $80,000.
Who is they?
It's another contractor that I was working for.
So another contractor takes 80,000 for you. So you no longer have money. All right, so then you decide to take money from someone else.
No, I was already working on that lady.
Okay, so you're working on her house. Where does the theft come in? I still don't understand where that comes in.
Is that the $80,000 was, I never was able to recover, and I didn't have the money to finish up their job. And that's why I fell
Okay.
into a predicament.
All right, so this theft case, is this theft case then about he was hired to do work and he didn't complete the work, but he took the money?
Yes.
All right. So maybe he shouldn't work as a contractor anymore because it appears that he doesn't know how to run his business appropriately. You can't keep taking jobs, and then if somebody doesn't pay you, then you take from somebody else. So it doesn't appear that you should work in the contracting business.
I'll let God, what God puts in my path is whatever.
I'm sorry, what?
What God puts in my path is whatever I want.
No, what I'm telling you is you should not be working in the contraction or construction business anymore because you're on probation for something similar. And now you're on I guess they're going to want you to be on probation for another case of something similar. So you should not be in the construction business because you don't know how to have your expenses such that if someone doesn't pay you, then you just go to somebody else and take their money and don't finish their work because you've run out of money. That person that you took money from, guess what? They don't care that somebody didn't pay their bill to you. They want their money.
I do understand.
And Your Honor, that may be why probation was suggesting that he do the goodwill course, perhaps to change to a different type of work. I'm not sure.
So what are you going to do other than construction? Because I'm not going to allow you to be in the business of construction anymore, not while you're on probation.
I don't know.
He's going to have to figure something out because I can't have someone who is on probation as a construction worker owning their own business, and then you keep accepting money for jobs and not completing them because somebody didn't pay you what they were supposed to pay you. You understand?
And Your Honor, on this probation, failed to mention, he has repaid that person all of the money that he owes.
All right, the person that he's on probation for?
Yes, that person has been paid in full.
All right,
Since
so,
day one,
all
since
right,
I was in the court.
okay. Well, so here's the thing. If you want to do construction work, it can't be with you as the owner of the business. You'll have to work for somebody else while you're on probation in this court. You understand?
I understand.
Because unless and until you bring to me a plan where you have money in your accounts that if somebody doesn't pay you, you have a chance to address that civilly, or who knows, maybe they will have committed a theft against you. I don't know. But what I do know is that you can't continue to accept employment or jobs and then use their money for other things because the previous person didn't pay you and then not complete their job. You understand? All right, the court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to the following. You gotta do the Goodwill, Good Careers Academy. All right, so this theft level 3 course, is that really what's needed here? It just seems like it's bad business. It's not necessarily a theft level 3 course for probation. Do you think the theft level 3 course would be appropriate?
Yes, Judge.
All right, then it'll be the theft level 3 course with the Community Alliance for Traffic Safety.
Cats, Judge.
Oh, okay, CATS. It sounds different when you say it out loud. It's like, this is not about traffic safety. Probation, is there anything else?
I'm judging, indicating to get that done within 45 days.
Yes, we'll say within 45 days. Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, Your
Oh,
Honor.
you're welcome. And then the new case, Ms. Ferguson, I need a reset date in 45 days.
May 12th will be good.
All right.
All my
Then-
family will be back in Washington by then.
Oh, but then you'll still have to rest, right?
No,
All right, so we'll see you back on May 12th.
okay, thank you, Your
Judge.
Honor.
Thank you. Make sure he has a reset form, please.
Thank you.
Sure.
Oh, the warrant, Judge. Did you lift the warrant?
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Push on. Right, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Can I have that back? Because I need to write on there for them to lift the warrant. Vincent Aridondo. Hello. All right, so I know you were in jury trial, so state, were you able to tender an offer?
They tendered an offer this morning, Judge. I've conveyed it to my client. He would like some time to consider the offer because it does involve him going into custody. He's obviously on bond. But he also would like me to look into some of the discovery, some possible defenses. And we do have the discovery. I just need to look into some of the things that he's told me.
All right, I can bring this back on April 24th.
Sure.
All right. Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
plea deadline date on this case, April 24th.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Once you sign the reset form, you are excused. All right, who's here on Arturo Villanueva? All right, your client stepped out of the courtroom. When he comes back, I'll call you immediately back up. All right, are you already on Mitchell Moore?
Yes, Judge.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, so counsel, time to review discovery and everything, correct?
Please, Judge, and the court just reset the case for May 5th, if I could have it on that same
May
day.
5th? All right, Miss Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
May 5th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Robert Petty. Robert Petty. All right, Mr. Petty, if you'll come down. Are you ready to proceed on the motion? Court is calling 2022 CR 11723 State versus Robert Allen Petty. Could I have parties announced?
Ashley Jones for the state.
One letter attorney for Mr. Petty.
And are you Robert Allen Petty?
Yes.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Robert Allen Petty who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 11723 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on March 21st, 2023 for a period of 6 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, state.
Stating the court on violation of condition of 15F on or about the 15th day of October 2024 and verify practice the defendant Robert Allen Petty, who then there failed to comply with rules, regulations, or instructions of their county community supervision and corrections department, substance abuse felony facility continuum of care treatment plan, and that the defendant failed to participate in the aftercare care violation of condition of 15F.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
State will waive the violations.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right, did you understand by pleading true to violation 15F, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation 15F?
Yes.
Court will find 15F true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes. The first agreement is to follow probation, verification, to all for ISM, cognitive and weekly reporting.
All right, so is that the agreement, defense?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
All right, here's my question for you, sir. Do you want to be on probation or do you want to just go to prison?
I would like to be on probation.
All right, so here's the thing. If you would like to be on probation, you have to show that you would like to be on probation. That means by completing everything. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so because you didn't complete aftercare, and aftercare is not necessarily locked down, right?
Yes,
Now
ma'am.
you're going to be locked down at ISF, so that's where you'll be. You understand?
Yes.
So is there a reason why you couldn't complete everything?
No.
You just decided you didn't want to do it?
Yes.
All right, so,
Basically, Judge, he was living in Uvalde. His probation got transferred to Uvalde. Has nobody living, I guess at that time, he had somebody in Uvalde, but no longer anybody there. So he just actually came back to San Antonio in November. And he's told me, so it's my fault. I didn't report. Should report. I should have done everything I should have done. He says, I understand it's my fault. But he, in his condition, physical condition, he really, it would probably benefit from being ISF, get his life structured, everything. He has talked to the folks there at Haven for Hope. So once he is released from ISF, completes their programs and everything, he will be having the assistance of their living program and actually participate in the programs to help him to continue with his probation and actually continue with his life. He's 70 years old, Judge, so he's not, he's basic. My understanding is maybe the only thing he's had in all these years, maybe some misdemeanors back in the 70s. But he will comply with the conditions. He just doesn't want to be on, doesn't want to go to prison. I don't think he'd survive in prison, tell you the truth, Judge.
all right, so here's the thing, what you're gonna have to remember. I understand about age and issues, but you're on probation for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. You have to follow through on conditions. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And if for some reason you wake up and you find, the people you thought you were going to stay with, there's an issue with that, all you have to do is pick up the phone and call probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. The court is going to deny the motion and alternate amend conditions to include ISF cognitive. He's going to remain in custody until transfer and weekly reporting for 60 days. All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. If you come forward, yes. Arturo Villanueva. And nothing else comes up here. Everybody else will have to come back in the afternoon. Okay, on this case, there was no PSI, it was just a TAP evaluation. Have you all
I
have a
have it.
TAP?
I have it. I reviewed it with my client, Your Honor.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 0176 State versus Arturo Villanueva. Can I have parties announced for the record? State,
Harrison,
defense.
Daniel Vela.
Are you Mr. Arturo Villanueva?
Yes.
You entered a plea of no contest to count one, paragraph A and paragraph B, applied for deferred adjudication. The state waived count two without objection and also the deadly weapon without objection. This was scheduled for a TAP evaluation without a PSI on February 27th, but then there were medical issues, so it was rescheduled for March 27th. According to the plea bargain agreement, the state recommends deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution to the complainant. Have both parties had a chance to review the TAP evaluation?
We have, yes, Your Honor.
Any objections to the TAP evaluation, state or the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, state, do you have any witnesses? Defense, any witnesses?
No, Your Honor.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We're just asking the court to follow the agreement, Your Honor.
All right.
There is one issue regarding, I know the court addressed the restitution issue.
Yes.
I did just confer with the state regarding that. There is, and with probation, and there is no number on, we don't know that at this point. So we reserve our right to request a restitution hearing if and when.
Oh, we're gonna set it for a restitution hearing. And state, you'll need to provide information to probation on any restitution if there is restitution. And how much time are you requesting for that, state? All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset for restitution. All right, May 5th will be for restitution. With regards to your sentencing, this is what the court will do. The court will follow your agreement, sentence you to 3 years deferred adjudication. There's to be restitution, if any, to Christian Ramirez. And that hearing will be set on May 5th, 2025. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. Are you currently employed?
No.
Are you retired? All right. There's to be no contact with Christian Ramirez. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. How do you spend your day?
My house,
Doing what? What do you do?
my plants. That's it.
All right, so,
Bike.
okay. So it's gonna be 100 hours of community service restitution. There's to be anger management. Just one moment. Just 1 second, sorry. Okay. And are you still driving?
No, not now.
All right, so you don't drive at all? All right, there's to be no driving. Bill visits 1 time per month for 6 months. And according to the TAP evaluation, there is no need for any type of treatment. Is that correct, probation? Probation, is there anything else? He states that, do you receive SSI?
What's that?
Do you receive any type of check from the government due to any injury?
Your Honor,
Yes,
may it please the court?
yes.
The top evaluation shows that he received social security benefits.
Okay,
And he
so
provided that too.
there's to be proof of employment or SSI within 30 days. And if you decide to have employment, there's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand? I mean, do you understand? Yes.
Yes.
All right, state you may be excused. Here's the thing, probation in this court, to be successful, communication is key. If you have an issue, let probation know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can come back to court. But we will be back here on May 5th for a restitution hearing. And counsel, if your client is able to appear by Zoom for that, he can appear by Zoom.
Perfect.
All
Thank you,
right,
Judge.
thank you.
Thank you.
It's here on Jose Gonzalez. Jose Gonzalez.
That's Ms. Corby's good register.
All right. Who is here on Eduardo Rodriguez? Oh, see, when people say that, I'm like, are they
Oh.
okay? Yeah.
He's not physically present in the courtroom. I'm sorry.
All right. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to issue a judge's warrant. This is the 3rd violation report. Counsel.
Understood. We've lost contact with him, Judge. I don't know where he is, but he's not communicating with us either.
All right. And I see that there is also a warrant out of another court as well.
There is.
All right. On this case, there will be a judge's warrant and remand him without bond. If he makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I have one more, but I'm not sure if it's next.
Oh, who is the next one?
Mr. Pillton, Sean Pillton.
Haven't brought up.
Sean.
Let me just put this in the system. Yes. Okay. There you are. All right, and you said Plooking?
Pillton.
All right, what's happening with this case?
Judge, I am going to be filing a motion, as I'm sure you're going to be requiring it. I am asking the court, or will be, to withdraw from its case because I believe I have a conflict of interest.
Okay.
I have a client that is not in this court, but charged with an offense, and the client in that court is indicating that there's a conflict with Mr. Pillton.
All right, do you understand there's a conflict that this attorney has?
I do.
Are you going to object to his withdrawing?
I understand it's conflict of interest and it wouldn't be in his best interest to do something like that legally, so.
Okay, you're whispering, I can't hear
I
you.
totally agree. I understand.
Right. And do you have any objections? No. All right, so you're withdrawing.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, let's hold him for this afternoon. We'll see if we can have an attorney. Are you appointed or retained?
Appointed, Judge.
All right, let's hold Mr. Pilkington for this afternoon and see if Matt can have an attorney brought over for him. All right, thank you. All right, who is here on Brandon Trader? All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010750 State versus Brandon Trader. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
Arlene Gay for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Trader?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. There are no applications?
No, Your Honor.
Did you review true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented? All right, let me see if I can find the indictment. Here we are. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, less than 1 gram? That's a state jail felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He's been able to assist me.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
Yes, I believe so.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I believe so.
Sir, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 9 months in the Bexar County Jail. There's an $800 fine, and the 9 months in the Bexar County Jail is under 1244. The state will take in consideration 2025 PF 01050. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, it is.
State, is that the plea?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, are there any such motions?
No such motions.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence?
No objection.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Can we go off the record for a moment?
Sure.
All right. So where does the methamphetamine come in? Because in the police report, they're saying it's heroin. Yes, please. Sure. And I
I
understand
think in the
that.
presumptive test, it came in
Yeah.
as heroin, and then when it went to the lab,
How did
and
we
I
get to
looked
that
at the,
point?
I looked at the descriptors. I always check what the lab receives as
Mhm.
to what the police report says. And make sure that it's actually, our evidence in the case.
Mhm. You know, it's saying that, but it's odd that they would do a presumptive test and it's presumptively positive for heroin. And
I've
that,
had that before. It is rare, Your Honor. It
Mhm.
is very rare. I actually, most of the time I have the confusion with cocaine and meth.
Mhm. Oh, no, that's fine. I mean, I just saw that, but if you all agree that this is meth, then I will go along with that. And the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, we're waiving PSI.
All right, and when I say I'll go along with that, the stipulations do show that the testing was positive for meth. The police report said it was a presumptive positive for heroin. So the court's concern was that it appeared to be two different drugs on the spectrum
Presumptively
of,
incorrect.
yes, thank you, I like that.
But enough for probable cause, but presumptively
Hmm.
incorrect.
All right, so do you wish to proceed with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 9 months in the Bexar County Jail under 1244. Give you credit for any time served. Take in consideration 2025 PF 01050. And there's also a 2020 PF 11235.
Your Honor, that was dismissed by intake this morning or yesterday. I received the dismissal this morning.
And the 2024 PF 12392.
Yes, same situation. I received those this morning.
Okay. All right,
And-
is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Your Honor, he does have 169 days in.
All right, I will give him credit for any time served. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. There are plenty of places that are free to address your drug issues. If you continue on this path, one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to end up in somebody's jail or prison for the rest of your life or majority of your life, or either somebody's going to be identifying your body. So when you are released, if you can't find a place for treatment, if you come back here, I'll pick up the phone and call somebody for you. All right?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you.
Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay, that's coming back at 1:30. Jose Gonzalez. Oh, okay. And your client is no longer on Zoom, counsel. Yeah, they left. So,
Back at 1:30.
yes.
All right.
All right, we'll be here. All right, this is the last case, Cody Salazar. And it's the last case until you come back for recess. So anyone else who's remaining, see you back at 1:30. Court is calling 2024 CR 009128 State versus Cody Salazar. Can I have parties announced for the record? State.
State of Texas.
Defense.
Robert Gear for defendant Cody Salazar, and we're ready, Judge.
And are you Mr. Salazar?
Yes, ma'am.
And probation, this is an application. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Salazar, did you review the application for deferred adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it and
Yes,
sign
ma'am.
it? Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No objections, Judge.
Did you review court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you're charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you enter a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe that he does,
Do you
Judge.
believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe that he is and was, Judge.
Mr. Salazar, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,000 fine, affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's an affirmative finding of family violence, and there's to be no contact with Brianna Herrera. Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand with an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to be designated as primary custodial parent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be your plea? Defense, yes or no?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
That is, Judge.
State, is that the plea? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
There have not, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 5 years. There be 80 hours of community service, restitution, the BIPP course, and TAP evaluation. Follow all recommendations. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Defense is reviewed, Judge. We have no objections.
All right, and state, have you spoken with the complainant? All right, thank you. You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Nothing other than we would respectfully request that the court follow the plea bargain between the state and defendant.
All right. So is Child Protective Services involved in your life?
No, ma'am.
All right, then what is in the police report about them calling CPS on you?
This was like I think a while back ago, like in 2022. But I mean, they dropped the case like a long time ago, and I mean, I have paperwork at the house saying that they dropped the case. But I mean, other than that, I don't really know.
All right. So how many children do you have?
I have as right now 5 that I know of.
5 that you know of?
Yes, ma'am.
That's never a good statement to say 5 that I know of. That means that you are not being responsible and you just may have children out in the world that you don't even know exist. How far did you go in school?
I graduated.
And what type of work have you been doing?
I was doing temp services for my Theo,
Okay.
working for him.
All right. So you're going to have to get employment.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes,
And it's not going to have to be temp. You need employment to take care of the children you have. What are their ages?
There's 5, 4, 3, and then a 7-month. And then basically they're all like basically a year apart now.
Stairs, we call them stair steppers. It's like you're going down the stairs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Or up the stairs. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine, probated. Affirmative finding of family violence. Affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There's to be no contact with Brianna Herrera. And when I say no contact, that means you do not call her as if she is not in your world anymore. You understand? So if you all have a child together, which it appears that you do, if you want to see that child, you need to make arrangements through a third party. And hopefully that's somebody who's responsible. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So there is to be no unsupervised contact minors. And when all of this was happening, were you intoxicated? What was going on?
No, ma'am.
Just angry?
Yeah, well, nah, yeah, well, a little bit, yeah.
All right. The BIPP course, TAP evaluation. Have you used drugs in the past?
Oh, yes.
What?
I had used marijuana, but I haven't touched anything.
What else?
That's it, as of right now.
No, not as of right now. I'm asking you in the past, what drugs have you used? So marijuana, what else?
Alcohol, but that's it.
And what else? Just marijuana and alcohol? All right, there's a TAP evaluation out of custody. Proof of employment within 30 days of release. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once he completes that, the community service hours will be deemed satisfied. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
No.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Yes.
I need the link of your deferred.
Thank you. That is something that is very important. And it will be 5 years deferred adjudication. Thank you. All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. You need to start setting a better example for your children. Now, when you have girls, if they think that you're in a relationship with someone and they see this and they say, oh, dad loves her and he is not nice to her. So that means that when somebody doesn't love you, they're not nice to you. I don't think you want your daughters going off in the world thinking that. And then when you have sons, sons are going to think that's the way you express love to somebody. And let me just tell you, you don't want to have your son or somebody run into a person who won't tolerate that and will meet violence with violence. You understand?
Yes.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, we are going to take our